The Fargo Five, I'm Conrad Fargo. We're here with Caroline J. McGuire with CGM Yoga. We're going to talk Fargo fun. So, Caroline, I swear to you, I wouldn't do that. I don't even know I did it. But I also warned you that on the live radio. You're going to have to help me with this pronunciation of this Ayurveda.
Yep, Ayurveda.
Darth Vader. Vader. Is there any connection?
Nope.
No, I mean, he's got magic force powers.
You know,
and yoga gives you
yeah,
magic force powers, so
good. Yes,
good. So it's the elements and doshas. Why don't you tell us all about that?
So the sister science, it's coined that here in the Western world, of yoga is Ayurveda. Ayur meaning life, or just really life, and then Veda meaning wisdom. It's the word itself means the wisdom of life. So by learning basically the philosophy of Ayurveda, which is shared with yoga, you can become your own healer. And that's why I say this is a little bit more witchy. We love herbs, potion making, salves, food in general. That's a potion that you're eating every day. So by understanding the earth, its elements, and how they interact with each other, you can understand yourself. You're treated as an individual according to Ayurveda, which is different. Like how I would eat would be different than you would eat because we're individuals with different needs.
And now, coming from India, speaking about eating, they're mostly vegetarians over there, though? Is there like a big push for not eating meat?
Oh, yeah.
And is that connected to Ayurveda at all? Like vegetarianism?
Yep. Ayurveda recommends that meat is eaten only for certain body types and like a maximum of 3 to 5 times a week. So, yes, somebody maybe like my constitution, very small, thin, could get whipped away by a gust of wind. Yeah. Might need to eat a little bit more meat because meat is heavy. It's dense. Also, the kind of meat you're eating matters because when we're eating an animal that's suffered in a factory farm and is killed in a very gruesome way, that imprint is transferred into your body as well. Yeah. So those are the things that we think about from an Ayurvedic perspective.
Very cool. So this class, it's 2 hours long, and it's only $40. That's going to be November 15th. What day of the week is that?
Did I say November 15th?
That's what I'm looking at on the link I've got here.
Oh.
Is that when it says November 15th, 2023, 5:30 is what I'm looking at.
And that's on my website?
I'm on cjmyoga.com/schedule/OLA/services.
My bad. I put it on my own calendar as next week, so that's cool. I get an extra week to plan. So it's on the 15th.
Very cool.
Yep, I've got 2 more spots open.
Okay, so people are signed up for this. They know it's the 15th.
They do, because that would be sent out directly in the automatic email. So yes. It'll be on the 15th.
Isn't it great how technology does so much for us, but then we get absent-minded and we're like, so I do that all the time with scheduling where I'm like, okay, this ends at 11 and this starts at 11, so no problem, right? And they're both sitting in my schedule, but it's like, dude, you got to travel.
Yep.
you got to go from the studio to the other thing.
For sure.
Yeah.
And then we're reminded by our phones that are a little smarter than us.
Very cool. So this is in 2 weeks. The 15th. What day of the week is that then?
That's a Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. Okay, at 5:30. So Wednesday evening.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Very cool. And where does that take place at? On 8th Street.
Yep. My home studio is.
That's your home studio. Yep. Oh, very neat.
Yep. And I've got 2 spots left, so we'll have a total of hopefully 6 people in the class.
Very cool.
Yeah, nice little cozy space, and we'll dive right in.
And so are you going to be doing yoga, or is this more of like a college class, like we're sitting with notebooks and learning stuff?
That, yes. We won't be rolling out mats and doing asana. We will be asana meaning posture, yoga posture. But we will be sitting comfortably either on the floor or in a chair, depending on what your body needs that day, and then reviewing some things that have happened in the past workshops. This is something that I do regularly, and so some of the students will have attended other workshops, so we'll do a little bit of review that backs up the information we'll be teaching that day, and then just dive right in. So the goal is that you leave the workshop with a general beginner's understanding of Ayurveda, and then you can start creating that relationship in the world and in yourself.
And then how long until you can do force chokes?
I don't think we teach that.
Okay.
I don't think that one's coming
not
in.
yet. Okay. So Ayurveda, the elements and doshas, coming up November 15th at 5:30. That should be a lot of fun. Do you do a lot of these types of classes, or are there a lot of? Do you know of other ones going on? I wouldn't even know something like this exists in Fargo. These kind of private abilities to learn. You know, it's almost like church. I mean, in a way, like
It is.
in
Yeah,
a
I
way,
like
it's
that
almost
you
like a
put it that
Bible
way.
almost like Bible study without the Bible.
It is, yeah. So it's like a little study spiritual group.
Yeah.
Not that I know of. I don't know of any other teachers that are offering a deep dive into philosophy outside of a yoga teacher training. This is a big goal of mine, is to provide this information in an accessible way to students of mine, but also other teachers in the area who.
So you're
just
like the
want a
trail.
refresher.
You're the trailblazer.
I hope so.
You're the one.
In this area, it seems like. But if you're doing it if there's another yoga teacher out there, holler at me. And
What inspired you to even start doing? I mean, why? What puts that in your head to be like, let's start that. Let's do this.
probably going through teacher training,
Yeah.
spending a very large amount of money to go find this information,
Yeah.
and none of it had ever been talked about in an asana yoga class that I had
Yeah.
taken, and that was frustrating because I'm big about accessibility and inclusivity. Now, I will mention in the yoga tradition, there is a concept called adhikara. So, like, the information you might not be ready for that information at the time. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
you'll receive what you need to receive at the time, and in a certain way, some information is kind of like kept secret a little bit, which is part of that mystical side of yoga. So not everybody's ready for it. Not all of the information is to be given outwardly as well. But the things that I'm teaching are very, very intro based right now and accessible for anybody who's looking to dive deeper.
That is so cool. I'm very hard-nosed, type A, very whatever. But what I've always loved about your classes is that total vibe, that whole, like, when you're ready for it, when, however it comes to you and whatever, the whole looseness and that. I actually love that because I'm so not that, and I love being able to, like, just experience that and connect to that. It's beautiful. This is so cool. Everybody should check that out. We are going to move on to another Halloween song, Michael Jackson's Thriller. Hello, how do we avoid that one, right? And then we will come back with Fargo Frequently Asked Questions. Don't go nowhere.